Hey everyone, it's Sullen. Happy Friday. I'm not a hater, I'm not a troll. I would like to remind my viewers why I make anti Gypsy content. It's pretty cut and dry for me. Murderers are not influencers, and I am not okay with the fact that a convicted mommy murderer was just handed over a very large platform. And for the people that are supporting her and mass reporting other creators for her, you are the biggest part of the problem. I did not give her 10 million followers. You need to remind yourself that. I could never make Gypsy relevant. And for anyone that's saying, oh, if Gypsy leaves, you won't have any content left, that is very untrue because I will move on to the next psychopath that has a cult following. I will continue to cover Gypsy and her gypshit stains for as long as I feel like it. The FOIA files alone are infinite content. Just over a year ago, 2 days before Gypsy Manson was released from parole, she went on Tori Spelling's podcast. Now, I've never been a fan of Tori Spelling and that whole Hollyweird subculture that she came from and was born into. And since I've only seen clips of this podcast, I want to go ahead and upload it in full because if I haven't seen the entire thing, it's very likely a lot of other people haven't either. There are 2 episodes that are fairly long. I'm going to upload both of those and then I'll have separate videos with commentary. If you want to see these full episodes with and without commentary, make sure you follow or subscribe. This is the first episode in full, which I will be calling Act 1. Now, before I start live streaming on YT, I want to start making videos recognizing my loyal viewers because I really just want to recognize and show my immense appreciation for your continued support. Because I need you guys to know that I do see you and thank you for the comments. Thank you for the gifting because we are well on our way to 50,000 subscribers. I appreciate my members over on YT the mostest. And if you have any kind of ideas on how I can show love back to you guys, comment it here. Now it's time to get to this mess of a podcast.
So I slid into your DMs.
Yes.
which is so bizarre. Like, I don't know, people always think it's like, someone that's looking to hook up. Like, I always talk about like, oh, that guy slid into my DMs. And here I am. But it was like mom based. It was when you announced you were pregnant. So mom to mom, I slid into your DMs to just say hi. And you responded, and we've carried on this DM relationship until now. And who is it that knew? Because you didn't know, you didn't watch Beverly Hills 90210, right? But your stepmom.
She is a huge fan. She's actually in the living room right now.
And do I get to meet her?
You do. She's not ready, but hey, Chrissy. Yeah. Tori wants to meet you.
Oh, tell her to take her time. We can talk, and then she could come in when she feels ready.
Oh my God. She's like, I'm gonna get ready.
So I don't even know where to jump in. Like, I feel like I came into this interview. It's not an interview. It's a podcast chat amongst friends. But I came into this thinking, gosh, what do I even talk to her about? Like, I feel like, do you feel talked to death? God, no pun intended. Excuse my slip there. I make jokes when I get nervous about talking about your past.
I mean, I think that, yeah, I mean, I'm tired of talking about it. I think that like at this point, my parole ends day after tomorrow. So on the 26th,
congratulations.
Finally will be free woman to the max.
And then you guys are going to come visit me in LA?
I mean, I would love to. We would love to. But yeah, I mean, I do feel like everything is sort of like talked about. And I've entered a completely new phase in my life where it's like, that was my past. I am completely moving forward with everything in my life, with motherhood, and I just have so much going for me that like nobody got anywhere in life by kept on looking in the rearview mirror. So I'm like, I just have my eyes forward.
Definitely. And I mean, you don't want that to define you.
No,
because there's so much more to any human than what their past has offered them up. But But do you, and this sounds really cynical, and I'm sorry, but do you feel like, and God, I don't even want to liken this to my situation, but I'm trying to find ways to connect with you, obviously. Like your future, do you feel like that kind of opened up doorways in a positive way? I mean, let's talk positive about the situation because
Right,
there's been so much negative.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, would I have been an actress and my father didn't open the door and give me a platform, give me a TV show? No, maybe not. Do you feel like is there any positive to what has happened? That you are given opportunities now, maybe to help others, maybe to, fulfill dreams that you thought, gosh, everyone's focused on my past, but is there a good way?
I mean, I feel like I've been trying to do that for so long. When I was in prison, it was so difficult to be able to sort of rebrand myself. Because it's like I was still in the middle of living in it. And now that I'm entering into a new phase in my life, I feel like only now could I start to kind of look back and say, yeah, I mean, I came from, I became well known from a tragic situation on both ends. It's like I'm a victim and I'm a perpetrator. So, getting out of the shadow of that is the hardest thing, to be able to have a platform to which to stand on that is respected. It's like I feel like it is only whenever I can break out of that mold that defines me. And it's like I don't want to be defined, but unfortunately I am. The reality is I am. And so what is the course of action moving forward? It's taking accountability and saying, you know what, yes, I am branded a murderer and I did do the crime. I did do the time. Owning up to my actions is what it's all about, and saying I'm not perfect. I made wrong choices, but this is what I'm doing today to try to move forward. I can never bring back the life that was taken. I can never unhurt the people that were hurt. But I can at least try and do some good with it. And I've been trying to break out into advocacy. And I've been trying to figure out what that looks like for me. What am I passionate about? I'm passionate about prison reform. I'm passionate about the fact that there is so, if anybody's watched my show, they can tell that I've gone through it with haters online. So I'm kind of stepping into the realm of saying, hey, I'm experienced in being cyberbullied. And I don't think it's right. And there's some things in the system that need to change to have better preventative measures from cyberbullying. So it's kind of like I have a voice. Now let's figure out a way to direct it somewhere in a positive manner. And I wouldn't have this platform if I didn't, do what I did. But it's like you can't change the past. So what can you do? Mold it to where you can better other people in the world and do something with that voice.
And I don't know, you might already do this. Do you talk to people, or are you an advocate for Munchausen proxy, like working with people that have that?
I have talked to several victims that have shared their story. That's why I open myself up on social media, is because there has been so many people that have come to me and then shared their story on a personal level. And I didn't blast them out. I'm like, it's your story to tell. If you want me to, bring more awareness to your situation, I will do that. But whatever you say stays between you and I. That's just that kind of safe space that I have created for people. But I do want to get more involved with organizations, and I have already had several conversations with Munchausen by proxy experts to kind of lead me in the direction and also make me more knowledgeable, because I can only go on my personal experience. There are so many different people that have gone through Munchausen by proxy, but had a different experience.
Sorry, I think I said the wrong name.
Oh, you're fine. It's kind of a hard word to say. So
it is definitely. But you believe, like deep down in your soul, is that what your mom had?
I do. Even the doctors had put in the medical records, mother is suspected of having Munchausen by proxy. And that's unfortunately where the system is failing, is there's not enough education about Munchausen by proxy. There is probably about a paragraph that doctors learn about in school, and it's not enough.
I mean, it's a mental illness. I feel like we're now in a society in 2025 that everyone is so focused on mental health. It's kind of
Mhm.
it is strange that there's not more light given to that.
Right.
Do you I've read that it's like the heart, like not curable. Do you feel like she could have been cured?
I feel like the system failed her just as much as the system failed me. Because you have to remember, she grew up in the, 80s, and I was born in the 90s, and mental health wasn't talked about as much as it is
Mhm.
now. And so her own family did not recognize those signs. They just kind of was like, okay, she's the black sheep of the family. She's a little weird. They just categorized her like that and didn't look into the fact that she did have trauma. There was things that happened to her in her childhood that caused her to have trauma, and it went unchecked. She was supposed to be on medication. She did not take her medication like she should have, or at all once we moved to Missouri. So
That's
that,
interesting. I
yeah,
wonder why she didn't, like, she was all about giving you medication and giving, but she didn't take her own.
Mhm.
And did you know she was on medication at the time?
When I was, I grew up with a mother that said that she saw, shapes and shadows and heard voices. So it's like I knew that she had a lady that would come to the house, and this is when we lived in Louisiana. So I may have been 13, 14 years old, and I knew there was a lady that would come to the house to talk to her, but I still didn't understand the scope of, who that lady was, and she was a therapist, and her psychiatrist. So when we moved to Missouri, she didn't follow up with her care. Um, and she wasn't put on her medication because she wasn't seeing anyone anymore. And so it's like that is where the system failed her. Is I feel like if she had been put on medication, if she had the support system that she needed, I feel like things would have been very different.
Right. And at what point did you realize that you weren't sick?
I mean, honestly, I always knew that I could walk. And I talk about this in my book, My Time to Stand. I knew that I could walk, but it's kind of like growing up. My mom said that I had all these medical issues, starting off with sleep apnea, then a seizure disorder from birth. So from infancy. So growing up, it was sort of distorted what I knew that I had and what I didn't know. It wasn't until my later teen years that I started to kind of piece together, well, I haven't had a seizure. I don't I don't feel like I have
Mhm.
epilepsy. And then it wasn't until I got arrested that I knew the full scope of I'm perfectly healthy. Like
And
it's
what happens now when you feel sick? Do you doubt yourself?
No,
Is it
I mean
so
typically,
ingrained in you?
typically I just get like the common cold. But I am hesitant to like go to doctors. I feel like
Hmm.
I was the same way in prison. I wasn't one of those inmates that would go to the sick bay for anything. I'd be like, okay, I have to really like have bronchitis or something to want to go to the doctor.
Because
Um,
they failed you your whole life.
exactly. It's just I'm a little mistrusting. Um,
I understand. I just don't understand how doctors didn't see that you were healthy. Or if they did, she would just take you to another doctor.
yes, so that is very common, which with parents with Munchausen by
Hmm.
proxy. So um, all the test results were coming back normal. So it is very questionable, and I still question it to this day. Like, why is the test results coming back normal? But you're going off of just what my mother said alone.
Right.
So,
And do you feel, I mean, congratulations on Aurora.
oh, thank you. Christy's been
um,
looking after her right now. I was like, I do this podcast. Please look
oh,
after
sorry,
her.
we'll get you back to her soon. Has she been sick at all so far?
No, she hasn't. It's funny because it's like for me, I'm hesitant with doctors, but for her, I'm like, I feel like I'm normal. I'm like, if she's sick, I'm gonna take her to the doctor. If she's fine, there's no reason to, you know? And also,
Right.
it's like I'm not doing it alone. Ken is also there with me. So that's kind of like that. I'm grateful that I am at that point where it's like I'm not projecting my mistrust onto
Right.
her care.
Yeah. I'm curious when she gets sick. I mean, knock on wood, she doesn't, but just anything common. Um, if that will be a trigger for you.
I don't know. I know that I definitely ask a lot of questions. I'm kind of like, is this shot needed? Is
Hmm.
this normal? Is this standard? I definitely question a lot. I ask a lot of questions.
Well, you're a mom.
Yeah.
Take everything that's happened to you out like you're a
This
normal
is
mom. And
normal.
especially
Yeah.
it's your firstborn.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I remember with my first two, they would just barely like sneeze. And I'd be like, oh my God, we have to go to the emergency room. Like it was always a big deal. Um, and I know, becoming a parent, it puts into such perspective our parents. I know I felt like when I had my first baby, I felt differently about my mom because I saw like, oh wow, this is it, everything changed.
Yeah.
Um, did your relationship with your mom, was it put into a different light when Aurora was born?
It was in a pretty impactful way. I She was probably about 3 weeks old, 3 weeks old, and I was sitting in the rocking chair, and I was feeding her and I was holding her, and I just looked at her, and as I was holding her, it was like I got hit by a truck of emotions. Um, Anger, disappointment in my mom, looking at how much I love my daughter. I'm like, I could never imagine how anybody could hurt, harm, or do anything to their child, their own flesh and blood, like what my mom did to me. And it was like, I felt like I had hit a level where I was coming to forgive her. I was coming around to claim myself as healed.
Mhm.
Um, and that happened. And then I'm like back to square one. And I'm just like, I'm choosing to never let my daughter go through anything like what I went through.
I feel like when any of us have kids, we definitely, the mother-daughter relationship is one of the most complicated ones. Like it's definitely different than a mother and their son,
Mhm.
as you'll see. Do you want more kids?
I do. But we will have to use IVF for our next one, because the one medical condition that I actually do have, it's called microdeletion, 1Q21.1. So it's just a long word for I'm missing a small piece in each of my first chromosome. So that is something that could potentially be passed down to every child that I have. Every child that I have has a 50-50 shot of having it. Aurora has been tested and she came back negative, thank God.
Great.
So it was not passed to her. But as a preventative measure, we will go through IVF for our next one.
Do you want a boy?
We do want a boy. One boy, one girl.
The perfect formula. I
Right.
know. I had one boy, one girl, and then I kept going and going and going. And at 5, I like, oh, if I could just have one more, have 6, I'd have 3 boys and 3 girls. But yeah, like a big family you want? No, just 2.
Probably just two. I say that now. You never know what the future holds, but just two for now on the horizon.
Do you think you will forgive your mom one day? If you've been
Someday.
close to it, do you think it
Yeah,
can
I've been
get back
close
there?
to it. I've been close to it, so I think I can get back there. I think the important thing that brings me closer to forgiveness is, the fact that she was a victim, but not only my victim, she was also victimized by her grandfather. I
Mhm.
mean, her father, which is my grandfather. Um, she suffered child abuse herself. Um, I feel like that humanizes her in my mind. And I'm able to relate a little bit on that level. So, um, looking at her not as, you know, the mother that abused me, the mother that kept me from having a normal life, looking at her at a different angle is, I think, what's going to get me there. And I talked to a Munchausen by proxy expert, and the one question I kept having that I never knew and didn't have any clarification on is, was my mother aware of what she was doing? Was there that culpability there? And the expert told me, yes, she was aware. People that have that are aware of what they're doing. So unfortunately, that's just something that like now I have to kind of cope with, and that's a hard pill to swallow.
Do you feel the need to defend your mom?
Beginning, I did. In the beginning, I kind of was like, I had just got arrested, and I didn't want my mom's memory tarnished. I was still in this kind of I hate her, I love her frame of mind. So it was like I didn't want people to look at her like a bad mom, because I'm like, there's nothing left of her but a memory. You know, at the end of it all, there's nothing left but our reputation, our legacy, and what is hers. Um, so it's like I don't like it when people um call her a bad person. I'm not gonna say she was a perfect person, she wasn't. But I also, it's not their place, and they didn't go what I went through to talk about my mom. Does that make sense?
100%, because everyone has an opinion. And when it's your own human,
Yeah.
you feel the need to defend on any level. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, what you went through is extreme, but everyone, like, I think personally, if someone like talks shit about your family member, you're like, no, 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 wait, wait, wait.
No, that's my
I can
place.
feel that way because I go through it, I've been through
Yes.
it, but
Yes.
you, it's like off limits.
Yeah.
Definitely. Did you, obviously you're on text and everything, did you ever look up online symptoms of what your mom had
I didn't
while
because
while she was still alive?
no, I didn't because it's like I thought my mom was like literally just, um I just thought that she was just that way. I tossed it up like she's a controlling helicopter bad mom that, it's just so controlling. So I didn't really know that there was a diagnosis for it, and then that other moms and other caregivers and other parents have this. I didn't know it was a thing.
Was there anyone in your outside circle slash inner circle during that time? Like, did you have friends? Did you have people you talked to or
I mean, there
peers?
was people that were friends with my mom. And there were people that, I felt like maybe I could trust on a certain level, but then the fear of would they tell my mom would always creep in my mind. As for like other peers, I didn't go to public school. And
You were homeschooled?
I was homeschooled to a
Did
certain
she
age.
homeschool you?
She homeschooled me from like a young age, so maybe 8 years old, and then there was no schooling after that. There was like no public school, no homeschool, like, nothing
Nothing.
after the age of 8. And I got my GED in prison.
Oh, that's so interesting because I've watched everything on you. I'm not a stalker. The whole world has watched everything on you. I want to read your book. But it's just you are so well spoken.
Thank you. Thank you.
That I was curious about the schooling because it didn't, from what's been put out there, it didn't appear that you did. So I was like, you're so smart and so informed and just speak so well that I thought, oh, for sure she did. So you got your GD in prison.
Yes, I had to start from the ground up because when I got to prison, I basically I knew how to add small numbers. I knew how to like read, write, but my problem was not good. It's like I would make a grocery list and I would spell spaghetti spaggy, spaggy noodles and stuff like that. So I had to learn multiplication, division, all of it.
Oh,
from the
sister, I
ground
still don't
up.
know that.
Wait till you start getting into polynomials. I had to learn all of
Polly,
that.
what
I was like,
deals?
oh,
Now that your parole is up in tomorrow?
day after tomorrow.
Day after tomorrow, sorry, 48 hours. Oh my goodness. Um, would you ever go to college?
I would like to go to a trade school.
Mm.
I've always had an interest in hair, makeup, nails. So I would love to do something with a cosmetology license. There is a cosmetology school. There's actually a couple in New Orleans that I have looked into. So maybe.
That would be amazing. By the way, your nose looks bomb.
Oh, thank you. I'm very
As
happy
someone
with it.
who's had rhinoplasty before, um, was that just a game changer?
It
I mean, I
was.
thought you looked beautiful before. I really did.
Oh, don't even try to lie. It's
I'm not
okay.
lying. Okay, your profile was iffy, but other than
Was
that, like,
rough. I look back on it. I
straight
look
on,
back
you
on
were
it.
great.
Because like I liked I didn't so much mind the front. It was just the side
Right.
profile. And
I understand.
I had always been teased because of my nose. And finally I was like, you know what? I
Wait,
I
who
want to do
teased
it.
you? You didn't see anybody.
No, my mom used to.
Oh,
My mom, yeah, go back into trauma. But yeah, my mom would point out things on my body that, and just like make fun of me. So yeah. But I'm not
what
gonna
else would
sit
she
here and
point
talk about
out?
all the drama.
Oh my gosh, our mothers can fuck us up so much.
I
Oh,
know.
what else did she say that was not good on you?
Um, well, it's like my thighs. She used to say I have thunder thighs and stuff like that. You know
Is
what I'm
that just
saying?
her
Like
generation
that.
though, and not knowing how and no
No,
filter? No.
no. But like for Aurora,
Look,
like I'm
now I'm
always.
defending your mom. Like, wait, but
No, I mean it might be. Like it's just one of those things that like I don't know. I think that my mom's whole like MO was try and take away any sort of femininity, any sort of I feel pretty, I feel confident. And that's how like she would knock me down is by keeping me in this world of like, I'm not pretty. I'm not enough. I'm not this. And so coming out of prison, I had like hardly any self-esteem. And also, like coming out of prison, I got on social media and there was all these people judging me and basically making me a celebrity overnight. And I'm like, I'm not a celebrity. I don't think of myself as a celebrity. I'm just a person. And I didn't expect to come out to such a big platform. Um, and so trying to do like little cute selfies and stuff like that, I learned really fast that there are people that will not take their shoe off to tell you you have a big ass nose. Like,
yeah. So social media is like evil.
it can
Evil.
be.
They
It
can,
can.
yes, it can be a very positive experience and empowering, and you can create your own platform.
Yeah,
And, but there's that side to it, the haters, and it's hard not to read. People say,
exactly.
stay off social media, just don't read comments. It's like, well, I want to read comments because take the bad out of it. I want to read the good. I want to see what I can
Exactly.
do. Like, there's that. So,
Exactly.
and now you wrote a post. Sorry, I'm trying to find it. It was on what date was it? On June 9th. You wrote what I thought was a beautifully written post.
You.
And
It was
and
the post was actually meant for the next day. I ended up posting early.
on
Um,
on the 10th, because it would have been your
yes.
mother's.
Yes, so it would have been on the 10th, but I just made the post early. But oh, you look very nice.
Um, so I'm not trying to make this about me, but I commented on that post
Mhm,
and I wrote beautifully said with a heart.
mhm.
I mean, I get haters left and right, but the amount of haters I got from writing that comment, what like people are making TikTok videos like, I can't believe you like said,
Yes.
what are you doing?
Mhm,
And I stand by it.
mhm.
Um, I didn't say in the comment whether I agree or disagree with anything that's happened in your past.
Right.
And it's that, again, that's not my place to agree or disagree. That's your story. But I was just saying, I thought your words were beautiful and it was eloquent and very powerful. But it's just, I mean, what you get is 10 times, but it was just one little inkling of like, wow, oh, you're jumping on her bandwagon.
Right.
And so many people called me and were like, oh my God, take down that comment. And I was like, no, I don't want to. Like, I stand by what I said. And it's
thank
already
you
out
for
there.
that. I did look because I kind of wondered, if you would take the comment down or not. I wouldn't have blamed you if you took it down. But I remember when I had posted a video and Demi Lovato had posted a comment and she got just as much backlash and she ended up deleting the comment. And I don't blame her for it because it is kind of like, I am a controversial figure. And I don't want anyone to receive backlash just because little old me. I don't want that for anybody. So it's kind of like if they do take it down, I understand. But it speaks volumes if you keep it up. Yeah.
Yeah. When I connect with someone, I connect with them. And yeah, we connected and I totally stood by that. So whatever, people can say what they want to say. They don't know. That's the thing. Nobody knows. Because no one's walked in your shoes.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. What are you going to do in 48 hours? You're a free woman.
I know. Well, I do have a party get together with some of my friends. So I'm excited about that. We're going to go to New Orleans. I get to have my first alcoholic beverage. I've never drank in my life. So
oh my gosh.
Yeah, because on parole, you can't drink alcohol.
You can't drink. You can't hide it. I'm just kidding.
I'm like, do you have any recommendations? Because I'm like, I don't know what to get even.
Oh my gosh. What should you get? I don't know. Because you don't even know if you like fruity. You don't know if you like.
Go easy on me.
Oh my God. So the first thing I ever had was called a pink lady.
Okay.
Which is so old school. I think I'd seen it in like some 1950s like movie. Like, I don't know. And I don't really know what it was. Okay. And the second thing was like a whiskey sour because my mom always drank it.
Okay.
Did your mom drink?
She didn't. No. She may have when she was younger. I don't know. But she didn't.
I'm not asking in a bad way. I'm just
No. I've never seen her drink. No.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't smoke. Didn't drink.
Yeah. I think a lot of times we tend to have a beverage that is like something reminiscent of our childhood that we grew up with. Not that you'd want to reflect on that with a nice freedom drink, but I don't know. Try a whiskey sour.
All right. I will try that for you.
Because it almost tastes like a fruity with a sour. Do you like sour?
I like Sour Patch Kids.
Same.
Okay.
That's my favorite.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, so you're a sour candy, not a chocolate person?
I do like chocolate too, but it has to be milk chocolate. So.
Milk chocolate?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very skeptical of people that like dark chocolate.
I don't know. It just tastes funny. It's like it's not good.
Yeah, it does.
It's not rewarding.
Licorice?
It reminds me of those like X-Lax laxatives. I'm like it's not something you want to eat for fun.
That's funny. Oh, you should try a shroom chocolate. Just kidding. I don't know anything about that. I actually don't. But licorice?
Okay. Not really.
Red or black if you had to pick one?
Red.
Okay, well, I'm liking all your answers. Like we're like super similar. Okay, savory or sweet?
Sweet.
We just became unfriends. We were such
No,
fast friends.
No. So good.
Completely uneffing believable. You have to tell me what you think about this whole episode in the comment section. And then I'm going to do my best to try to get Act 1 uploaded and edited tomorrow with commentary because I have a lot to say. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.